Hello everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this video. Whenever you will be watching, because I will post it on my YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel because more videos will come. And thank you for clicking the notifying, the alarm bell button so you get notified first. And let's get started, because today I'm going to talk about what's coming in September, a little bit an overview for the end of the year, so you are prepared, because we just entered month 9. So we are in a vibration of 9, and I will explain in a bit what it means, of a personal year 2022 with a vibration of 6. So we are playing this month with two numbers, 9 and 6. So remember in school when we are learning, you upside down one of the numbers. So they are very versatile numbers, 6 and 9. They are getting along, let's say. And if you sum up these two numbers, you will get a total vibration of 6 again. Yes, we sum up all the numbers. So definitely this month we are playing with vibration of 9 and 6. And 6, remember, it's also the total vibration of this year 2022. So indeed, we are talking about a very, very powerful month. And you will see the title of this video will be Integrate the Learnings and be grateful for the endings. Because indeed, 9 practically symbolizes the ending of the serial number from 1 to 9 or from 0 to 9. So 9 symbolizes the endings, a culmination of a cycle, an ending of a cycle. And if you make the analogy with the astrology, we are currently in the Virgo season, which symbolizes harvest time. So indeed, for many of us, it's a harvest time. For kids, it's back to school. For many of us, it's back to work, back to your daily activities, back to routines after summer holidays, after the summer freedom, let's say, because during spring, summer, at least here in the northern hemisphere, it's a little bit of more freestyle in terms of how we organize the days and the hours. So harvest time, because we are ending a cycle, we are entering the month 9 of the year, and it's time for us to get our conclusions, put our things into order, and see where we are at. So it's a reality check. It may be a sober reality check, because 9 has two facets. If you plant good seeds at the beginning of the year and you are very disciplined, very organized, very patient, you may cultivate, you may harvest now. You may harvest what you wanted, what you needed. So it may be on a positive side for some people because it's a positive harvest time, but for other people, it might be a very challenging and provoking time. Let's call it, it's a time of exams, it's a time of tests, it's a time of challenging experiences, because all of us will need to take some learnings. It's the end of a cycle. So one way or another, we are encouraged to take our learnings. So 9 has a very high overview. So the vibration of this month will really ask you to keep an overview of your life, That's why in order to draw the conclusion, in order to get the learnings, you need to take a step back, maybe sit with yourself, sit in solitude, don't rush ahead, because it's time to really see where you are. We are getting ready for the end of the year. And in order to be fully prepared, you really need to pause a little bit this month and really ask ourselves, what are you ready? What are you ready to let go? What are you ready to terminate? What are you ready to end? Maybe some ideas or projects or even initiatives in your life are coming to an end in a natural way, but some of them will come to an end in a forced way, meaning it's time to end a relationship if it's toxic, if it's not serving you anymore. And for you, it's time to put stop to it. Yeah, so that's why I'm saying 9, it's a culmination, it's an ending. You either do it with a full heart because it's a natural termination, it's a natural ending of a process, or you will be forced in a way that the other person in a relationship will leave, or you will have quite a sudden breakup and so on. It's not only for relationships, it's also for experiences in a job, with people, with friends, in certain communities. Maybe you want to terminate or to end living in a certain city and you move out of the city or out of the country. So there are certain things that they are coming to a culmination, to an end this month. So the vibration 9 will ask you to take a step back and keep the overview. Keep the overview in order to draw your conclusions, draw your best conclusions, and take your learnings. And remember that in any process of ending and termination, you can approach it with two perspectives. One perspective can be quite heavy and negative because you approach it with a lot of regrets, with a lot of nostalgia, with a lot of, I don't want this to end, I don't want my holiday to end, I don't want to go back to my daily routine. So with this idea of I don't want to do something or to end something. So this comes with a lot of frustration, a lot of anger, a lot of resistance within you. The more you have this type of feelings, the more the process of endings and termination will feel heavier on you. Another perspective of approaching this chapter, this month, will be with an uplifting and quite an open heart and open mind. So remember, the other vibration of this month is 6. 6 asks you to bring things into balance. And notice that everything in life, everything in nature has an ending, a period of uncertainty in between, and something new will begin. Yeah, so know that this process is never ending. So look at the seasons. So now we are kind of ending the summer here. We are September is a kind of transition month, and we'll be preparing to enter autumn, winter. In the southern hemisphere, it's the other way around. It's the ending of the fall, winter, and they are approaching the expensive season of spring and summer. So now that this uplifting and a little bit more overview perspective that this is a natural process. Endings are not bad. Endings are not to be suffered or to cry or to feel sorrow and regret, but just to approach them a little bit more with a little bit more wisdom, let's say. Yeah, so you became much wiser in these 8 months of this year, and it asks you a lot of balance and equilibrium inside. So number 6, the other vibration that you will be playing this month, it asks you to really go back within and find peace and harmony. How can you find this? Take a step back, remember, go within. So you will be playing a lot this month with this attitude of going out, because you will be returning to your duties, to your work routines, to the children routines of going to school, taking the kids from the school and to other activities and so on. So all these routines requires a lot of going out, meeting people, going to the society, and there you will be facing a lot of emotions and feelings of other people. So imagine if the other people is in a not so beneficial mood, you will be reacting with that negativity. So the moment you get that negativity from the outside society, from the outside world, go within. Find the balance within, and you will be required to do this back and forth between going out and going within many times this month in order to find your balance, in order to find your harmony inside. So the way you approach this month, it's very, very important. It's another exercise and test for all of us to really experience the harmony of this year. The universal vibration of 2022 year was all about harmony. And I think many of us indeed lived a lot of disharmony, a lot of imbalances in our physical lives, in our emotional lives, or in our mental activity, a lot of imbalances, a lot of stress, a lot of how should I say, nervous system was very activated. Yeah, so you were thinking a lot, playing a lot of scenarios, again, back and forth among many thinking patterns, beliefs, and ideas. So this takes a lot of energy during the day. So maybe you realized up to now that you need to find your own healthy routines. Again, back to your routines, back to your healthy lifestyle. So what kind of lifestyle can you cultivate this September month in order to go back to harmony and peace? If your body requires more sleep after the agitated and stressful summer maybe here, maybe you want to cultivate more sleep. If you want to cultivate another type of diet, a healthy one, a light one, or change something, maybe you notice some changes and transformations throughout the 8 months of the year. Now is the time to put some into practice. So really, it's a time of ending something that is toxic, is not beneficial. It's draining your energy, either in your physical body or in your emotional relationships, so or mental activities and so on. So really take your time this month and make a list. Yeah, so it's time to make a list in physical, emotional, mental activities and see which one do you want to keep moving forward and which one you want to terminate and end. So this is a very useful practical exercise, very much aligned with the energies of September, because first of all, you will see, you will analyze and decide for yourself which things needs to terminate, which type of practices and habits are not longer valid in your life. And you will be ready to welcome new routines and new practices, which are more aligned with your new lifestyle. Because in the autumn, our lifestyles change. Remember, in September, we also have the equinox on September 22nd, 23rd. We'll have the fall equinox, where the day equals the night. So even the nature prepares for a new type of routine, a new type of season. So you are invited as well to get ready for this new type of routine. As the days get shorter and shorter after that date of fall equinox, so you will be required to organize your day, your activities in such a way that they fit the new nature season. Also, the sleeping time may require adjustments the diet routines, going out times, solitude times, time with the kids, time for yourself, and so on. So there is so much to process and adjust in these months that it's a good time to have this time for yourself. The energy invites you to always take a step back and keep the overview of your life and put things into order. There is a tendency to focus on the details in this month and maybe go for the tiny, greedy details that requires perfectionism, requires too much criticism and judgment, because 9, it is a very critical number, because imagine that it encapsulates the wisdom of all the other numbers. And maybe you will see, okay, let's see how much did I learn so far, and you will get very judgmental towards yourself, especially if you start to judge yourself, if you finish your projects, if you complete your dreams, if you fulfill one idea or another idea. So be gentle with yourself, be compassionate, and show a lot of love, because you are just in a process. It's an ongoing process, like the nature. You are moving from summer into the fall season. So be patient and just adjust one thing at a time, step by step. So again, remember to keep the overview. Show a lot of compassion, self-love, self-care towards yourself, and adjust your routines, whatever they might mean, to this new season in your life, because you will need new routines. And the invitation for this month is to take your wise learnings moving forward and to bring the harmony within. It's a lot of balance again of going out into the society to fulfill your tasks, to fulfill your duties, to fulfill your work, and so on. But take your time also to do the other step back and going within into solitude with your self time, your me time, let's say, you time in which you sit, you draw the conclusions, you take the learnings, and then you are able to decide for a new routine for yourself. And now I want to give you very practical steps, which are very much in line with the previous videos that I did. Thank you again. If you want to re-listen some of the videos, I really invite you to listen the video from July, in which I really recommend you to follow your intuition, because this month again is going to be an exercise for you to follow your intuition. And what I really invite you to do, and I'm always starting to do it in my life, is to do more things in your life on an intuitive base. For example, what I started to do is to have intuitive eating. So again, following and changing some fixed routines that doesn't serve me anymore. What I did recently, I don't follow the preconceptions that I have to eat 3 meals a day at certain hours. I'm a little bit following my intuition. I'm following a more freestyle program. And intuitive eating means basically when you listen to your body first, you ask your body, what do I need? What do you need in terms of type of food, nutrients, vitamins, and what time of the day? Listen to your body, because your body will tell you when you are really hungry. Because I don't know if you noticed, but in the recent period, especially this year, with the influxes of energies and everything that is coming from the cosmos, the solar plasma, solar winds, the shield of the electromagnetic shield of the earth is changing. So you will get more influxes from the cosmos, from the universe, from the sun. It's a lot of activity happening in the sun every day, every other day, it's happening something. So your body reacts to this because we are all connected through the energy. So there are changes in the body. So maybe you don't feel like eating at a certain hour, like at 8 a.m., at 12 at the noon, at noon or in the evening. So let your body tell you how and when you can eat, and play and experiment a little bit. This is part of your adjustment. September, it's a month of transition, it's a month of adjustments, it's a month of endings of something, and maybe new beginnings in some areas with new routines. So I'm starting this new routine, which I really suggest you to try, maybe the intuitive eating, when you listen to your body and you give only what you feel like eating. One day you might feel eating lighter, a soup, fruits, vegetables. Another day, maybe you are really craving some sweets. Yes. And don't blame, don't judge, don't criticize yourself for whatever you are eating, but because whatever your body needs, it means it is a necessity at that time. Of course, keep everything into balance. Don't go into extremes. Don't go overboard with eating too much sweets or too much of anything. So keep everything in harmony, and listening to your body, you will also know when to stop eating. Yes, not when you are over full, but you are just okay. So I give a lot of focus this month to following my intuition. So I'm starting the intuitive eating. I'm also doing a lot of intuitive writing, intuitive planning of my day. So despite my mind wanting to be fully organized, fully having a clear agenda of the day, I allow things to be a little bit more flowing and not so fixed and controlling. So another invitation for you is let go of control and forcing. This is something that really has to terminate, and you notice in your outside reality that every time when you try to force something, to force meeting somebody, to force scheduling a call or a meeting, something happens and it doesn't end up like you planned. So this is a sign that maybe things started to move in your life, not by force and control, but by flow and ease. So following your intuition helps you a little bit get in tune with this flow and ease of these energies. 6 and 9 are really numbers that are flowing. So even if how you write these numbers, it's very flowing. They are really having curving. There is nothing forced, nothing squaring, or nothing squaring when you really write these numbers 6 and 9. So they are really flowing and easing. So maybe you do this association when you start to make up new routines this month. So following your intuition, I really encourage you maybe to re-listen the video from July, where I give you more practical tips how you can start following your intuition. This month is going to be another practice of how you can follow your intuition. Try to use it every day when you are eating, when you are meeting somebody and you don't want to follow a fixed agenda and you want to flow a little bit through the conversations. Just notice what kind of words started to flow through your mouth, through your head, and so on. Try to make up your agenda a little bit with more freestyle, more open mind and heart. And see if it comes easier for you to adjust your programs and routines and practices, following your intuition instead of getting fixated on one routine only, one program only, and so on. Okay, keep everything into balance, right? So another invitation for you is to have a list of priorities. So despite following your intuition, you don't want to be fully freestyle, because the extreme of these energies will invite you to a lot of scattering the activities, scattering the mind. You want to do too many activities throughout the day. And then you end up doing nothing, right? So having a kind of list of priorities is helpful. 2-3 things each day, not too much. And then throughout the day, what I really recommend is don't force these 2-3 things to happen. You start following them, but if something happens and you are stopped from doing that activity, just see what else emerges and follow your intuition. Do I really need to force this activity to really meet that person? If that person said, maybe we meet another day, okay, no, I don't want to force meeting that person. Let that meeting flow out of my agenda, and maybe I invite something else. So let's go now to number two in my list of priorities. So this is how you can be a little bit more playful, a little bit more adjustable and flexible. So the energies of 6 and 9 are really all about flexibility, adjustability. So I really invite you to flow through your day. So list of priorities is helpful, but don't get fixated, don't get stubborn to fix them all, and see how your agenda flows. Follow your intuition, intuitive eating, intuitive working, intuitive planning of the day, intuitive conversations, intuitive writing, and creativity. The second practical tip for you, and the third practical tip in order for you to really flow with the other energies and don't resist them, it's really to keep your promises. And it has to do with the fact that when you have an overview of where you want your life to be, when you did your homework and you integrate your lessons, you are really clear on what priorities are. So when you are clear on where you want to go, it's easier for you to discern from the immense noise outside. When you discern, you are really able to focus on your priorities and keep your promises. You will only promise what is really aligned with your heart, with your list of priorities, with your mind. So this is again bringing everything centered and balanced. So in your heart, you have in your mind, you have your dreams. In your heart, you have your emotions and something that motivates you every day. And with this body, you perform your activities. When all these three are aligned, your mind, your heart, your body, then you are like a fluid machine, like a fluid vehicle that really transforms your life from within, because you are acting fully aligned your priorities. You know where you want to go, you know your dreams, and you are ready to fulfill them with a lot of passion, with a lot of positive energy coming from within. When you are scattered, when you are not centered, when you are not balanced, it's very easy for you to get defocused, demotivated, and you don't know where you go anymore. So keep your promises, but really promise only what's aligned with your priorities and your dreams. So it's a little bit of homework here that this month requires you to do, because 9 being the end of a cycle, it really requires you to relook at your priorities and see, am I really committed to this dream? Am I really want to do this? If the answer is yes, it becomes a promise to your soul, to yourself, that you will continue to focus your energy and attention towards that promise and that dream. If the answer is no, then you really let go to that dream. You don't put energy and focus anymore, and you are ready to focus somewhere else. So this is how it works. this month. It's a lot of time for reflection in order to get your learnings, get your conclusions right, get your list of priorities, and make your promises aligned with your center, with your heart and your mind. So this is one. A lot of following your intuition type of activities, which requires a lot of practice. So it's practice, practice, practice. And turn within whenever you want answers this month, because there is going to be a lot of noise outside. People trying to defocus you, people trying to derail you from your priorities. Turn within and ask your body, what do I really need? And remember that this month maybe doesn't give you what you want, but it really gives you what you need. There is a really distinction. What you want is coming from the mind, maybe from the ego. If you really want something really, really bad, it might become an obsession. An obsession is an extreme. And remember, the energy of 6 of the entire year ask you to practice to go out of extremes, go out of obsessions, go out of your ego, go out of your mind, not what the mind wants, but what your center, what your full being really needs. Maybe I really want to go for a run, but what my body needs is a really proper sleep or rest or relaxation time. So try to make the difference and discern between the mind wanting things during the day and what your body, your being really wants. So ask what your body really needs. It needs sleep, give it sleep. It needs light food, give it light food. It needs proper time, solitude time to reflect, to integrate everything that happened throughout this year. Give it some time. Don't rush ahead to do more things if you don't feel ready. So really, really listen to your body, listen to your heart, and make peace and be in the center. So that's why when I'm making this sign, it's like center yourself within. So I hope this is helpful. Remember, this is harvest time. You harvest this month what you seed in maybe in January or 6 months ago, so February, March, let's say. So this is harvest time for some of the ideas and projects. And I celebrate the harvest time. If it's not yet the harvest time, maybe it's time to integrate the lessons. Nevertheless, you made progress towards your promises, towards your dreams, towards your projects, and take some time to integrate the lessons, review them in order to see where you are and really approach the end of the year with the best of the attitude. And the last word, maybe the end of the year, is going to be a crescendo of energies, a crescendo of mental activities, emotional activities, let's say. Yes, you do have emotional activities, and maybe activities in your physical life, in your reality. So in order to get fully prepared for this very active season, October, November, December, really take this time in September to alternate between going out and going within, between reflection time and with yourself to get the learnings, and between socializing time. Yes, it's a good time to bring these two into harmony and peace, and go after your intuition. Follow your intuition in everything you do. It's a new type of living. Maybe it's new for many of you, but it's really, really worth it, because you started to realize that there are more forces that are guiding you. It's not only the egoic mind that are really wanting things. This mind wanting all the time something to perform, to finish, to complete, to rush, to do. But it's also about your heart. It's also about your body. There are more subtle energies, there are more subtle voices within you, and it's time to bring everything into harmony. Recapping of the 3 practical tips: make your list of priorities, keep your promises in order not to get defocused and a little bit scattered throughout this month. Follow your intuition and keep the overview. So you are getting ready for what's coming towards the end of this year. You are ready in every moment of your life to fulfill to the best of your abilities your dreams and your purpose, and have this confidence inside that you are ready for your life. Whatever you plan, whatever you decide, whatever you choose it wisely, choose it with so much wisdom that you accumulated in the first 8 months of this year. Don't repeat the same mistakes, or because you learn the lessons, or if you repeat them, smile, take a positive attitude because you learn it maybe better, and make sure you make different choices next time. This is how it works. Yeah, so find your peace this month, find your balance within, keep the overview, and keep the wise mind activated, and may you navigate a blessed September. Thank you again for subscribing to this channel, for listening every month to the energy updates. Hope they are useful for you. And don't forget that I'm having daily intentions with energy of the day, the vibration of the day based on numbers on my Instagram and Facebook account, Wellbeing Guide 365. If you want to follow me there to get in touch to what's coming every day, and maybe you get inspired, you get motivated, please follow me there. I welcome all of you. Wish you again a blessed September, and I see you soon next time. Bye for now.